Ooh, everybody, we are back with Tavern Talk. We are getting close to a real big event. We're gonna meet our old friend, the Necromancer, who's trying to destroy the world. Well, apparently we went away and he's really mad at us 40 years ago and blah blah blah. Anyway, let's just hop right into it. Let's hope Zion makes it here in time. Until then, we're gonna play this one, the Twilight Seniors. For that, let me just read what is going on. Alright. It's 32nd of the astral moon. Apparently it's on the 35th of the astral moon, so that's where we're heading for. Oh, that group is here. Good morning. Slept well? That greeting ain't gonna do, Innkeep. Give me your best lines. I'll hear them all today. Top of the morning to your adventures. Go on. Peace and contentment be upon you, travelers. Sweet water and good berries, friends? Alright, enough. Seem to be in high spirits. Not often you get the chance to work on the project of a lifetime. I'm glad you're so passionate about this. Hope you didn't give Lynn too hard of a time convincing you. Nah. Once I mentioned Dragonfire, would have been harder to stop her from going on the quest. It was just tough to find her. Didn't take you for a nighttime soup enjoyer. I'm not. Usually. Can be persuaded though. The right soup and company. I assume your quest for comfort food turned out successful. Not at all. It was thwarted by the shadow of night. Dearest Rhea promised we shall endeavor to make short tread another day when the sun is high in the sky. And the stores are open. I'll need to make that sword first though. Kelly update you on what's at stake? Sure did. Those sigils of alcoholic zest. Yeah, let's call them that. Oh no, what hit them when they see my newly forged weapon? Well, the quest is to not hit those alcoholics. And I would appreciate, because I'm an alcoholic myself, so please don't hit me. But by all seriousness, yeah. It's sigils of Alcahest. Fuck off with the German. Gesundheit. So I assume you've worked out a game plan? More or less. Not like we've got a lot of info in the quest of yours. I'm sorry. Aye, you worked with what you had. We'll manage. Or did ever? Burning flame of Leviathan sounds more like a myth than something real. Not exactly something I need for a mythical weapon capable of saving the world. Ha! Still, I assure you're okay with reforging a sword for this scale? Yes, the right thing to do. That wasn't what I was asking about. Believe me, I know a thing or two about the importance of an heirloom. It's fine. It's just... I wonder if I still feel the same connection to my barber when I look at the sword afterwards. Eventually everything she gazed at in life will be gone. Don't you think she'd like looking at the sword of Kerlin the hero? That has quite a wonderful ring to it. I didn't know your grammar, but fortunately that sword with Dragonfire to save the world. I think she would have invited him out of you. And I'll make sure that weapon is the best anyone's rung this side of the ether tree. Competition to win after all. Exactly. Been thinking all night about what techniques to use. Design ain't exactly final, but finish it during our trip to the Highlands if I'm fast enough. Ria, are you doing okay? You never heard of giving someone time to think? Seem to be putting a lot of pressure on yourself. It can't just be some wimple run-of-the-mill weapon. There's so much to decide before starting the forging process. Hitting, quenching, tampering. And the 5 Varicon heat treatment techniques. And the 5 weight. That could actually work. I'm surprised you still remember those. Certainly, you were very passionate about the method. I'm just thrilled to get a weapon made by you, Ria. It's you? I know my barber sword is in good hands. Well, you seem to have the forging part covered. Anything planned for the rest of the quest? Right. Since we don't really know much about who or what might be guiding the flame, we're taking Hex along. Should we encounter any defenses of the magical sort? As for how to get to Highlands, Clay and Tia couldn't come along, so let's hope Bai is up for helping us with the tree travel thing. Seems like you've got your bases covered. Use the main fighter, Ria as Craftmaster, Hex and Bai as magical support, and Carla's emotional damage. I mean support, totally support. I will not emotionally damage them on our journeys. I will support them. As I support my slime. Damn, son, that's a big promise you made there. No, he didn't make that. He loves his slime more than us. The most important role, if I do say so myself. I mean, doesn't he know to fight anything? Weapons, magic, anything? I mean, okay, his skin vampire, his class is vampire? Is it him? Age is unknown. Aridu lives like... He's a vampire. He knows how to suck blood. He must know some kind of fighting, come on. I mean, he has been living for a pretty long time. I mean, guys definitely know he must be able to do something, right? How will he forge a legendary weapon where spirits are as low as the astral sea? Also, he can lift like 3 grown men at once without issue, so... Got it. Seems like you thought of everything then. Hopefully. Some help from your drinks would be mighty appreciated nonetheless. Anything particular in mind? Some fire resistance seems like it come in pretty handy. That does sound reasonable. We'll focus on agility if we're already going that direction. Don't think we want to take whatever traps we run into head on. And add some strength as well, for anything you can't avoid. That and the fire resistance should definitely help with forging the weapon as well. Well, Ghost Barrier brought you yesterday. I wouldn't mind some invisibility either. Might give us some imaginative ways to deal with whatever challenges we end up facing. Concentrating on intelligence to take full advantage of that sounds like a good option too. Max would like that. I bet. Knowing him, there's an equal chance of his ideas going right or horribly wrong. Things go south, we all need a charm to talk our way out of anything. Sounds decent. Some intelligence could also help with figuring out the techniques you mentioned. And my design, I guess. Alright, Inkeep. You look like a person to help us with our decision. Is it going to be dexterity with some strength and backup fire resistance? Or should we approach this with intelligence, a small of charisma in case things go really wrong? And some handy invisibility. Well, if you're asking me. I have to go for strength. The agility. What is the quest we wrote them? Is the real question here. What do I remember of the quest? Only a weapon forged in Dragonfire could ever dream to hold up against the legendary Great Axe of Wood. Luckily, a temple in the Highlands houses the ever-burning flame, An ancient gift from the dragons will come in handy right about now. And what better sword to reshape with this flame than another gift from the realm keepers? An heirloom pays down the Caroline with heroism scorched in its very essence. Actually, I don't like the aggressive approach no more because I feel like I could just talk about this by all honesty. So I heard something about ghost berries. Ah, there we go. Alright, so ghost berries. Do we just make the sparkling apple at this point? Seems like the easiest thing to make here. Yeah, just literally the sparkling nebula. Let's not make anything fancy for once. Like a real hardcore quest. Let's just go with the sparkling nebula. If you want to forge a weapon properly, it might be the best to reserve your strength. Also, anyone guiding the flame would be pretty invested in the dragon's well-being. So here, to solving the challenges ahead of you cleverly. Appreciate it, Innkeeper. I think this will put us on the right track. And with that, we're off to the Highlands. Me and Kyle are gonna go grab hacks. You go get by here? Sure. Good. Alright, that's it, Innkeep. One last line for good luck. Make it count. Mind the creaky step on your way out. Heh, fair. Very well, dear Innkeeper. Kinda weird, isn't it? What is? It's going to be a battle for the fate of the world. But Elfie ain't even here to worry themselves stupid about it. They'd have loved us, I think. Not the impending doom, but all is getting together to defeat evil stuff. Make sure to tell those guys heading to the Violet Portal to keep an eye out for him. I will. Good. Suppose it's time for me to head out as well. Stay safe, Lynn. Always, Innkeeper. Ah, there the other group is. Innkeeper, we have returned. I can see that, Tia. I was awaiting you. I'm surprised to see you here, Jade. Yeah. Well, Miss Holier than Foe dragged me along. Some about finally doing my part. I distinctly remember you expressing open interest in our plight when we were talking to Iniko. I believe you asked multiple questions that indicated your desire to help. And I remember asking how much you'd pay, and you said nothing, so I said no thanks. And yet you didn't resist coming along. You have a better job lined up, Jade? Not yet. Iniko and I are eyeing something, but I guess I've got some time to kill. Perhaps Iniko can help too then. They better. Not sure if I can deal with Princess here alone. No need to deal with me. I can handle myself. I'd love to have Iniko on the team. Me too. I assume you have written us a quest, Innkeeper. You know, normally you just take them off the fucking board behind you. What the fuck is going on here? I have. Take a look. Ah. Excellent work. Glad to see you came to your senses. Let me have a look at that. We just have to catch the guy at the portal. Seems simple enough. We could even set up an ambush.
Or be sneaky if he's already there.
You can sneak, big guy.
I can do a lot of things. A few years back, I spent time with some Levic Panthers who showed me how to sneak up on anybody. I just don't like doing it. It seems a bit rude, you know?
No, I don't.
But I think the situation calls for a little rudeness.
Agreed, it does. And for a little more manpower. You're right, innkeeper. We should ask Inigo for help. Also, Max suggested taking Roy along. Roy? Roy Voyage. Oh! Of course. Horny sexy man, I see. He's great at distractions and knows his way around the Twilight Chasm. Should our quest lead into it? Apparently he has family there, so I hope we don't need to disturb them. Anyone else? We can say that a whole lot more, but Scully and Grace made a good point.
They said not everyone is battle-tested, and it'd be reckless to take inexperienced adventurers along. They also said we should look into more backup plans for the backup plan. I think they just wanted an excuse to some research, and to stay away from the bloodshed.
Can't blame them.
Melly really wanted to come too, but Neil said no.
Becoming himself? Of course. Made this to ask him before we got here. Need good fighters and kids, guts and talent. I hope he said goodbye properly this time. Carolyn made sure he did. Never saw a more terrifying death glare in my whole life. It was very impressive. It was. So, are you finished with your questions? Ashley, could you review the plan for me one more time? It's been a long couple of weeks. Sure. So, listen up. We make it to the Twilight Portal by the moon pools and we stop our big bad evil from going through. If we fail that, or if he's faster than us, we chase him through the Twilight Chasm and into Ur. And we prevent him from getting that fancy axe. If that fails, well, we stop him at all costs. Sounds like a good plan. While you're at it, you'll keep an eye out for Fable for me?
Of course.
Now, innkeeper, by the dragons and all that is holy in this world, can we count on your help again?
No.
Yes. What do you need? Easy. We just need to be quicker than that maniac. We should be the first to reach the portal. And we should be the first to attack him while dodging his counterattacks. Outspeeding him seems like the smartest option here. You're wrong. It is foolish to think his strikes won't be powerful. We need to be well protected against him so we can take him down before he really hurts any of us. Don't be stupid. If we are fast enough, he won't even get a chance to hurt us. I'd like to say that again when you're lying in a pool of your own blood.
Okay, maybe we need both? If it's just the balance that counts. We could focus on a whole lot of defense, but keep some dexterity in our back pocket. Maybe some of those fast infusion fingers could make up the difference.
I could hasten it with some golden feathers or saber fangs.
Great. Alternatively, we give a lot of dexterity instead, with just a little bit of defense on top. And to make sure we don't get hurt, you can give us some of that frost armor Scully keeps talking about.
Sure thing, I've got enough frozen pythons left for that.
I don't think Jade and Tia can make a decision without bloodshed, so Could you help us out?
Of course, I know just what to do. This is actually one time but they don't make too much of a difference. So defense with a little bit of swift or super swift, a little bit of defense. I'm going for the full defense route here. Info. I mean the necromancer is gonna fuck them up no one way or another. So there's two things gonna happen in the finals. Either I meet up with him just in private and something dramatic is gonna happen with like Elfie, or might the second theory, which I just made up in my hand while reading this, is obviously since everyone's leaving, there's one person who's might be close here, which would be Una. So maybe me and Una meet the necromancer. That would be the other possibility I just considered in my head. Anyway, it is time to cook, Jesse. And what time it is? So the steel tonic. Yeah, the steel tonic would be the best idea here. It has strength, defense, and agility. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that. So this add on with strength. And here we go. And defense. Steel tonic comes straight up. Defense should be your #1 priority, but I think haste maced for a good backup plan. Can never have enough of those. See? I was right, as usual. It shows the right focusing, Keeper. At least we'll be fast, so I don't have to listen to your cloud much longer. Let's get this over with. Alright, Clay, let's go.
Ooh.
Clay?
You should. Are
you okay?
No, I don't think so. Aren't you scared?
Of what?
All of this. The fate of the world is a very heavy weight to bear. Don't you think? What if someone gets hurt and I can stop it? What if I can protect you and the others? The world and the ferrets?
Clay, stop. Please, for a moment. Just stop. I know this is scary. Truth be told, I am scared too. My whole life has been building up to this moment. I've always been told I'm meant to save people, and if I can't, well, what's the point of me, you know?
You are the point. Glad you exist, even if you don't save anyone. You're not some mythical savior. You're my friend.
And you are mine, and I'm a little less afraid because I have you with me. You taught me how to value myself as a person, despite all the weight on my shoulders. I wish you would do the same for yourself. I promise you, together, we will get through this. And we will save each other and our friends, and the world, and all of the ferrets. And the innkeeper while we're at it. Thank you, I appreciate being included. Dear enough, Clay. Fear is a powerful motivator, use it. If you're scared they'll get hurt, channel all your fear into making sure they don't.
So, use my fear for strength, just like with anger?
Exactly. Don't let him use it against you. Strike him down with it.
I think I can work with that. Can we still hold hands on the way there, so it's a little less scary?
Of course. Oh, they're so dating. And remember, you can never lose me. Your bracelet will always tell you exactly where I am. And if you get lost somehow, despite the impeccable sense of orientation, Mine will help me find it too.
You just get lost looking.
Eh. Okay, maybe I'd have to ask Jade for help. I'd do that for you.
Thank you, Tia. You're a great best friend.
I am? Oh. So are you. Alright then. Best. But let's do this. Together. Best of luck.
We won't need it.
Oh, the next person enters. You must have made him some really good things, innkeeper. I've never seen Clay that determined. I tried my best. I have to say, Graves, I'm surprised you're not accompanying Hax to see the ever-burning flame. She didn't want to stop studying the magic spells. She thinks it might help us solve all this. I think what might help me right now is a twink. Something that'll get my thorns flowing gracefully despite all this mess. Give me a moment. Alright. Intelligence, just to make sure. Alright. Sparkling Nebula coming straight up. A delicious thought detangler just for you. I don't think I've ever tasted detangler as delicious as this. You've tasted detangler? Melly, would you like a drink as well? No, thank you. I've already had 3 hot chocolates today. I think if any more magic enters my system, I'm going to eat the sun. Oh, another topic then. I heard you formed a research team. We did. Obviously, Grace and I are the leaders, but we also recruited Scully and Archie. And Una said she wanted to sit with us and crochet while we work. What a great excuse to have. She insists we don't call it helping. Of course she does. Rufus is helping us too. His wool is so soft, calms everyone down. Fair enough. I wish Niels would join us too. I guess he's busy fighting the mean guy. But he promised he'd back. But he promised he'd be back soon, so. And he'd better keep that promise. What are you looking into anyway? Well, you mentioned spells. Are those the ones Hax found in the tower? Yes, those ones exactly. Sat up all night decoding the formulas, but as soon as he figured out what they were about, he lost interest. So I picked them up. Most of them were rudimentary, all things we already have in our spell books. But 2 stuck out to me. Care to educate me? Which one do you want to hear about first? Teleportation or soul binding? Soul binding. Hex brought home a glass case with a glowing floating scroll inside. After I got it out and removed all the protective runes, I was pretty disappointed. Riddle lock glass and protective runes. Seems like someone didn't want it to be used. I'm pretty sure I know why. It describes pulling souls right out of people's bodies and binding them to objects. Ooh. That is kind of fun. I could become a sword. Real life, like that would be great. Just when it's my time to die, all my wisdom gets transformed into like an everlasting sword. Or some kind of item. And I'll just be talking and give them advice and annoy them like a side companion. Hooray! I drink to that.
completely volatile magic and dangerous, I assume. It's been a little hard to translate. I'm trying to figure out any side effects it may have, so I can convince Haxon not to use it whenever he's slightly inconvenienced.
Sounds difficult, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. What about the other scroll?
The other scroll. One of the scrolls you found holds a powerful teleportation spell. I fancy myself quite equipped at conjuration magic, but Hax finds it boring. He picked the scroll up because he assumed the golden runes meant it was special. He was right, but I guess I didn't have enough fire for him.
More special than a soul binding scroll?
No, but still special enough. I think, cast correctly, get you anywhere in Asteria with incredible accuracy, even to protect the places in other planes, but trying to figure out how to use it without destroying myself. It requires more mana than people usually have in their body.
So you'd think it'd kill its caster?
Almost certainly so. Still has a lot of promise. Maybe you can modify it.
Best of luck.
Thank you. Max also brought back a lot of the wizard's personal notes, diaries and such, retelling of his exploits, of his hopes, dreams and fears. When I have some more time, I think I'll be able to do a deep dive into who he was.
Please don't. We might have fucked with him, and might be secretly plotting to work together with him to destroy the world. Side note. That is still our decision to make, but there's a high likeliness we're gonna destroy the world together. Anyway,
maybe I can put a little expedition together before and then could let me borrow some of those magic items.
Also, I'm a little bit dizzy. Probably too much alcohol.
I doubt they'll refuse you. I'd hope not. I want some magic scrolls of my own to decipher. But first we need to finish these V-shots. Just because we need to figure out what to do if... It's just nice to have something to do is all. Plus, I'll take any excuse to hear more of Scully's Everbloom stories. He's trying to figure out whether we can reverse the sigils. That'd be neat.
Maybe you can duct tape them back together.
I don't think so. With Archie's help, I also made this whole board where I can collect and connect all of our clues. Spaghetti. Specifically, I've been looking into who exactly the necromancer guy could be. Clay said he noticed some flowers in his armors, and I think that might be a clue. Maybe he's a florist, or they are zombie flowers, or he wants to destroy all the flowers. I need to figure out what his motive is. Because if we can figure out his motive, we can figure out who he is. Then we can figure out his weakness. I don't really need them, because Niels and the others will. What did he say? Kick his abs? But look into it makes me... calmer? Yes. It'll be alright. Right, innkeeper? Zombies aren't going to eat them like they ate my parents.
They might.
Really? No. What's wrong with you, you heartless?
I'm just being honest here. This necromancer is stronger than all of the people we met combined together. Like, he can erase you all with one spell. He just needs to snap his fingers and he would all die so easy. You're so underweaked. I could kill you with one finger snap. He could kill you with one finger snap. Fuck, everyone could kill with one finger snap. You're pretending like you're level 20s, but you're all just level 1s. Una is level 3. Maybe Carolyn is level 2, but the rest of you, you're getting annihilated.
Melly,
Don't listen to the old grump. I promise you, Niels and everyone will be okay. Maybe. When I wanted to happen again, I miss my parents. I wish they were there to hold my hand. What were they like? Well, I remember my dad always told me bedtime stories about swashbuckling burglars. And I remember my mom loved making things out of yarn, especially socks. And they were really nice and cool, and I loved them so much. I know I can't replace your parents, but is it okay if I hold your hand until Niels, Carl and Fable come back? That'd be nice. Feel a lot safer with them around, you know? Like I'm home again. You are home. I think so too. But enough dramatic backstory, I'm turning into Niels. Just less repressed and gay for Fable. wait. Are we sure about that? I mean, they them. Does this make this gay? I know they are they damned and elf. Fable were if. Alright. And where's our other boy? Who changed his name like 20,000 times I keep forgetting Niels. He's a he day. They them. I don't know. I would just say this is a woman and this is a man. That's just me. I guess it is gay. I don't give a shit. Maybe it's time to head out. We'll update you on our research tomorrow, Innkeeper, but first... We're going to get a lot of ice cream! Exactly. Una promised she'd make some. Save some for me. We'll try. And don't give it to Andrew again, please, just like the soup. How are you? Oh, Asian voice. But not really Asian, because I don't know how to do an actually Asian decent racist voice. So it's half Asian. Hello there. It's been a while since you last showed up. What is our deal with him? Do we even have him in our book? He's not one of the big guys, he's one of the one who knows about our past. He went home without saying goodbye. I won't do... Wait, he was kind of a little bit excited, wasn't he? I won't do that, my friend. Plant. Wait. Ni hao. Ni hao. Some sorry for that, okay? Ni hao. Ni hao. Ni hao. And then now I'm finding this golden learn Fanas quickly with a little help from Voyage. With everything going down, I decided to stick around and help those in need. That sounds just like you. How are things with you, Fro? You don't need to say much from me to know what that face means. I've seen it once or twice before. Something I can do for you? What is there to be done, Quincy? Like everything is in limbo. Like dancing on the edge of a blade? One wrong move and it's over? Something like that. Only tell if I've asked you for a drink? Maybe. You know what always helps me when I'm feeling down? What? Oh. A good cup of Quincy's hot chocolate and maybe 2 fingers. Here, after all I've heard, you might need it more than me. Thank you, that's very kind of you. Now, go on, make me a drink. This one or another one, whatever you'd like. Oh, we finally unlocked the 3rd. Agility drink. I like how we get the agility drinks all in and with like 3 free drinks for everything, and for agility we just had 1. The Swift swag, and now we got 2 more. is pretty tough. That one. This is enough. Then we need 1 intelligence. 1 of that. And 2 of that. That should do the drink. Hot chocolate. Oh yeah. Use every infusion at least once. Achievement unlocked. Nice. Because I have never used this one. Couldn't wait to try it out right away. Well, your black-headed did perfectly. My hands and my head are warm. Wanna sip yourself? You look like you need it. Maybe later. Will this drink be warmer than the currents of these times? It most certainly is. Thank you, Innkeep. Of course. So, how are ya? Hi. Well, I'm just numb. Neither worried nor elated, I'm just avoiding thinking about it at all costs. Yes, no. Even when I think about it, I can't quite reach the feelings I know are supposed to be there. It's like I'm stuck floating in some kind of glass case, watching the stars fall around me. But no matter how hard I try, I can't reach out to touch them. And I can figure out whether I want to touch them, I mean. It certainly seems to scare you, worrying about the world and other people. It's been a while. I didn't think I'd care again. Didn't want to, but it just happened. Yes, just like that. Without my consent and my dad. The heart wants what it wants, and sometimes what it wants is friendship. But I can see how that's a scary feeling. So many things on the line now, perhaps more than you bargained for. It was easy when I just looked away. Would you rather look away than help your patrons? Your friends? No. But now I have to face the fear of losing them. Funny. Funny. Didn't you swear to me that done fearing death? Did you nothing left to lose? Sometimes lying to ourselves is easier than lying to others, I guess. I'll keep my "I told you so" to myself. I feel like I'm stuck in an endless cycle and there's no way out that doesn't tear me apart. Would it help you to know that we've all felt like that at some point in our lives? Nope, not at all. You suck. Then let me leave you with this instead. Love may come at the price of loss, but the inevitability of loss also comes with the reward of love. You can't lose something without having loved it. And you should love whatever it is you fear to lose. Those are the moments that matter, the moments that make your life worth living. Besides, you have the power to step out of that cursed circle anytime. Do I? Write your own story, my friend. Don't doom yourself because you think it's what you deserve. I forgot how good you are at giving advice. Makes me a bit envious. You'll get there eventually. I hope so. Thanks for checking in. I think I needed that. Of course, please don't stop reaching out. Safety of isolation is not worth the loneliness. I'll try to remember that. You better. Now, I heard the night market is close by, and I really don't want to waste this opportunity, so don't let me hold you back. Until next time, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and be safe out there. I don't get the catchphrase. It's greetings travelers, but alright. Oh well. Guess it comes with age. Maybe next millennium. Yep, we are old as fuck. By the way. Alright. Time to save. Because you arrived sooner than I thought. Hello. Greetings, traveler. Hello, old friend. Catch up with your past. Nice armor. Is it new? No. Doesn't it seem familiar? The flowers certainly do. Did you keep my books? Nah. You know, I imagine this place differently. It's nice. Thank you. But I thought you'd be long gone by now. After all, you like running, don't you? I like it here. But your visit is making me consider moving soon. It's not advised to stay in one place for too long anyway. Eventually the past will catch up to you. I figured. What brings you here really, Quasar? You know, this and that. Paid Merrill Castle a visit. Quite serene this time of year. What for? Sightseeing? Trespassing? You broke in? No, of course not. I walked in. I was persistent in my approach. Politely I knocked on the door. Unfortunately, vampires these days have no hospitality. No one came forth to greet me. I had to let myself in. That was a bit rude of you, no? Rude? Innkeeper, politeness has always been a virtue I stand by. I don't remember you as a polite person. Your mind must be failing you. The manor was developed. Seems like even vampires abandoned eventually. Inside, broken glass and blood speckled the ancient halls. Shame. Must have been such a beautiful estate once. But I didn't dwell too long. I took the chance to get what I wanted, without any inconvenient interference. And what would that be? The fucking blood! We know this! You know it! We all know it! Everyone knows it! The blood of Mikael. Curious as ever, aren't you? That's why I made it my job. What? Being nosy? Something like that. I get to hear a lot of things every day. People like to talk. You manipulate your patrons into telling you their darkest secrets. Exactly. You know me too well. Unfortunately so. I'm all ears. What would Lady Evelyn have you that brazen Duskbringer would want? Just a little blood. Ingredients. The execution of a grand design. Grand design. We were never the ones to make big plans. Speak for yourself. Maybe times changed you. Old enough. Still look the same. I had to make sure you'd recognize me after all. How could I ever forget you? Seems like it was easy for you to move on. It wasn't. Yet you're hiding. You ran away from everything that once mattered to build a life behind the counter in a shabby tavern. Is that why you're here? For your accusations around? No. I guess I just wanted one last chat, now that everything's coming to an end. And I'm curious about how this old friend of mine is doing. So, how are you doing, friend? I'm full of hope for a better tomorrow. Me too. I'm just afraid that we're hoping for different dawns. We might be. How are you doing? Do you even want to know? It's my job. My tavern is open to everyone, including you who's trying to destroy the world. Your protective spells back to differ. I let you through, didn't they? So, how about a drink? Then you tell me whatever it is you need to get off your chest. Sure. Let's see if you still know me well enough. And if you remember what I taught you. Of course I do. I know, Andu. Don't be worried, it will be fine. I know we can't. I know he's evil. Let's just go for the sparkling heart, right? Did I just say the sparkling heart instead of spoken heart? How about this? Sweet and chatty. Not bad. Almost tastes like back in the day. Did you think I'd forget? Yes. Assumed you're as good at abandoning memories as you are at abandoning people. Ouch. Seems like people are right about one thing, though. That would be your drinks can influence fate. Can't save people, but you can push them in a direction. Alter their destiny. I wouldn't go that far. Simply do my best to support my patrons in their endeavors. Will you support my endeavor? As I said, I serve everyone in this tavern. How noble, how awfully, morally grey, how opportunistic. It's like nothing's changed. I like it that way. Making decisions for people, leading them to their doom. All because you can't help but wonder what a little entropy would do. I help. You help, sure. You always liked to help when it was most convenient for you, when it got people to love you. I hope all your helping has aided you in forgetting them. I didn't forget them. Oh, is that so? I couldn't sleep for months. My heart bled and bled until there was nothing left to bleed. I was alone. And by the end of it, when nothing was left, there was just one question. How could the one person I trusted with my life turn on me like that? How dare he leave me nothing but the stars, staring at them alone? Wondering whether the blood would ever wash off, and how by the dragons in the false light. It's all you've done with your freedom. This dastardly achieved freedom. This!
There's still blood on your hands. Took me way too long to realize I didn't have to give up. That I'm not like you. That it doesn't have to be their blood that sticks to my hands. They're gone. Not for much longer. Soon the star vein and the flood that washed away our yesterday will open the gates to a new tomorrow. A new horizon unhaunted by still ghosts. Quasar. Innkeeper.
Why would he do something like this?
Don't we owe it to them? The you I knew would have agreed.
The me you knew was foolish. Some situations are hopeless, and some decisions aren't easy.
Decisions are quite easy if you set your mind to it. Say, I need to tear apart Cassiopeia's wings for the stars to rain upon Gaia.
An ambitious task.
I could decide not to abandon my plans because I'm intimidated by the complexity or scared of the consequences, but no. Instead, I chose to stick with it and get what I want. I don't give up. I succeed. It truly is that simple. If you care, you'll get it done, no matter how much effort it may take.
Everyone was dead.
I wasn't. Did we promise to always stand by each other's side? To never be alone again?
We did.
Didn't they deserve the same?
They did.
Then why are you here and they aren't?
I don't know.
Me neither. What did we mean to you? Nothing. We meant nothing to you. The home we built meant so little.
That's not true.
Do you still ponder about the meaning of life? Watching the stars?
No, there aren't anymore.
It's better that way.
It means there's no risk of getting caught up in trivial things. Like getting caught up in the thought of a world without pain.
Like that.
So naive.
So stupid.
And everything to me.
Don't lie to me. I've seen through that charade. Your tricks don't work on me anymore. Look at the stars now. They lay at our feet. A declaration of your failure and allergy to your cowardice. And a demonstration of my endurance. Everything is set. Everyone will get what they deserve. Even a little replacements. Soon, there'll be no more but a fading memory on the horizon. Feels familiar, doesn't it?
They are alive. They can be saved.
They are alive, indeed. What you should ask yourself is, how much longer? And if the time comes, will you run again?
No.
But you sent them to their deaths, did you not?
I sent them to stop you.
I'm aware. Which reminds me, I have to leave soon before the little pawns interfere with my threats of fate. Gertrude, come on, it's time to go home.
The bird? Oh, it's his bird all along? Oh, that one I didn't see coming at all. I was just like, I mean, it was weird that he let the bird stay in all at the time, but now can kind of see why. But at the same time, I was just thinking it's a bird. I was not thinking that far.
interesting. Care to explain? I sent you a little companion, so you won't be so alone. But I need you back now. You know I value my privacy. And I value the perfect execution of my plans. So thank you for collecting so much information for me. You don't have to do this. I don't. But I will. Anyway, I got somewhere to be. Speaking of which, my invitation, the offer still stands. Join me and watch us repair what you've destroyed 30 years ago. Join me to witness the renaissance of times past. I can't. The place is here. What a pity. It almost pains me to see you've changed one bit. I've moved on. You should try it sometime. Spoken like a true coward. It's not like I need you anyway. Not anymore. See you soon, old friend. Or not. Alright, feeding Andu. Andu is way more chill now that he's gone. Already 4th of the Astral Moon, we skipped some days here. But if everything is true, it should be happening on the 35th. So let's play this day, and then we're gonna leave the cliffhanger for tomorrow. Also gonna open some chocolate and shit. Yeah, I guess those guys are still here. Oh well. Let me just eat a little bit of chocolate real quick. Good morning, innkeeper. Good morning. How's your research going? Well, you did a lot of it. That sounds good. Yes. I can smell a breakthrough right around the corner. Nah. Are you writing that down, Archie? What? No, of course not. No notes are being taken here. None. Archie, I told you already. Might be the bestest detective in Fasoa, and this might be the meeting of a lifetime. But the investigation has to come first. Are you going to have time to write a book about my detective career? The world ends in a few days. I mean, it won't, obviously. Because our friends are super strong and awesome. And we're super smart and awesome. But we should still focus on backing them up. I'm sorry. Seems I can tell but gather material even now. You're a very impressive detective and I fear that will happen if I stop thinking about my books. This is what I think it is, Detective Molina. I'm afraid it is. Excuse me? It's a severe case of the nerves. Quick, innkeeper, we need a remedy. Only your most revitalizing drink will do. Does this patient agree with the prescription? Really? It's not that serious. Thank you. Perhaps a cute little boost my toughness just when I need it. Alright, patient zero. Defenses. You're getting not anything special. I might be crazy for doing this. But this is the frosted lagoon, right? Never mind.
I am indeed crazy, alright. I should have put in the strength first and then that's the frosted lagoon. I knew it, but for some reason it just seemed wrong. May this strength not be one of your tougher challenges. Nah, this is excellent. I could write a novella about the superb taste alone. I really appreciate the effort to cheer me up. I suppose I've been writing more than I realized. How can I repay? Repay, which may. Shouldn't just spare your worry silently. I will accept an update on your research as compensation. Certainly, we are happy to oblige. I thought my knowledge of tales and myths could serve as well in identifying another weapon to slay evil. So I questioned as many scholars and turned as many pages as I could. That sounds exciting. It might have been if I'd managed to find even a hint of anything useful. Axe probably buries nothing but a legend. The lands of Loitness might be real, but it proved impossible to trace its location. And don't even get me started on the history of the sword Balmor. My research ended in total failure. Don't say that. We wouldn't know that there aren't any other weapons if we hadn't looked. This means we have to move our research focus to something else now. Like my investigation. Oh. Like I mentioned the other day, I really wanted to look into who this weird bad guy really was. A plan like this can't just be some random nobody. His plan does have a certain je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais quoi. It's just so mustache, twirlingly malicious. I bet he has a mustache, no? I feel like he has more of a beard, right? Oh, okay, no, he's kind of a mustache. I wish he wouldn't have come. Like how human, age 58, pronouns, he, him, class. What? The necromancer is a paladin? Wait a second, that is a plot twist. He's chaotic evil, just like me, and his arcana is the devil. But yeah, I guess it. I bet he has a mustache. In any case, he must have left some traces that we can follow. And if we can figure out his real identity, we know his mortal weakness. Like an old wound. Exactly. Someone who wears that much armor must have something underneath. So we'll just have to wait until he takes it off. Once he takes a bath, we should. Actually, I don't think this is a good idea after all. Still, telling always is the more you know about your opponent, the easier the victory. But this guy is like a ghost. No one had seen, hide, nor hair of him before all of this started. And he thought armor like that would have made him super recognizable, the flowers and all. I did look up what some of them mean, the ones Clay was able to identify. The petunias and marigolds, which symbolize resentment, anger, grief, and mourning. So that told me absolutely nothing. Besides that he's a bad guy with some big feelings about the world, duh. Then I got an idea about other well-known necromancers. Maybe if we repeat offender on our hands? No one really seemed to fit though. I was really close to ripping my fur out. But then I remembered all the stuff about the sigils. There actually was a necromancer that died when the portals opened. So I dug that file out of my pile and yes. The creation of the portals broke a sigil then can't be just a coincidence. Therefore, this necromancer from back then must have faked the death. representing the self is a mustached, twirling, green armored bad guy that we're facing now. I'm pretty sure it's black as fuck, but alright. Shouldn't you be doing the pointing thing now? I'm just not feeling it, Innkeeper. I know it doesn't end up okay. Sorry, Archie. This isn't the revelation of truth that it should be. You write the book, the detective should definitely be pointing at something. Pointing. Yes, I'll write that down. Good. Can't believe we couldn't find anything.
Who taught you that word, Melly?
Would you like to know? I know exactly who did. Oh well. What are you planning on doing now? I need a new perspective. Maybe there's something we haven't considered yet. I'm just gonna save just in case, but I don't wanna be the one helping them actually for now. Not for now. That's why we brought some of our research materials with us. Wouldn't the library be better for this? Well, maybe. There wouldn't be enough space to set up a conspiracy board. He brought the board here. Yep. Thanks for letting us set up here. Okay, I'll be in the back. Bye. I hope it's okay for us to take up some of his space. It's fine, Archie. You can go ahead. Much appreciated, Innkeeper. Oh, she's here. Wow. Don't you look chipper? It's good to see you too, Una. You can spare me the pleasantries, don't they? Nah, I was just never really into all this research mumbo jumbo. I was surprised when I heard you volunteered for the research group. Ha! Your info gathering game is getting weak, Innkeep. I just chose the activity that's the least hassle. Too much exercise isn't good for the retirement spirit. But I don't need to tell you that, do I? Before you get another word out of me, though, I need something to get my energy back. That whole frantic research atmosphere really tired me out. Something to bring your strength back. Got it. It actually strength? Okay. One south and Brawler coming right up. Here, all it heavy, do the crocheting you're doing. I feel like I could crochet gloves for an entire army with this. You got some more adventures stashed away in this back room of yours? Just some more frantic researchers, I'm afraid. So, what else have you been up to? Just making sure Grace and Scully don't work themselves in an early grave for the most part. Well, I'm not sure about one of those two. I mean, actually, there is not an early grave for both of them because Grace is actually a little bit old, surprisingly. And come on, Scully is a skeleton. You better be making a joke about that one. Any news on that front? I ain't in the mood to be underwhelmed. Listen to what my patrons want to share, whether good or bad. It's a key part of my job. Spoken like a good Lillian keep. As for their research, not many surprises there, to be honest. Damage at breaking the sigil is pretty much irreversible as expected. The teleportation spell Grace is looking into is also not getting any less dangerous. Even with all the modifications it's making, there's still a good chance of it backfiring. And by good chance, I mean like 70%. What kind of backfiring are we talking about? They're killing you? Like, killing you instantly, exactly. Oh. How are Scully and Grace feeling about everything? The thing in it is right. Whether it's just too stubborn to give up, I'm not sure. That sounds like them. What about you? Me? All of this must be pretty disheartening. I mean, not really. It's kind of doomsday scenarios, just lose the impact after a while in the business. I've lived my life, I've made my choices. Now, I'm just doing what I want either way. In the end of days comes knocking and I'm on my porch, negotiating and drinking. I'll have no regrets. You're not on your porch. You're here, looking after the people trying to avoid the doomsday scenario. I can't believe I had to hear that from you. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I could offer you another drink to wash it down. Nah, fuck you, not from you. Unfortunately for you, you've got a point. Guess I got swept up by all this a little. Sure is weird. What is? Caring? Not like I need to elaborate, waiting to the choir and all that. I don't know what you're talking about. So, whatever. Let me just ask you this. As you are, will you have no regrets when all of this is over? You couldn't just leave me have the last word, huh? No way in I'll leave you to contemplate that, I guess. How many Archie here? In the back. I'll go see if the young ones need some company. Oh, they are back. Greetings. I mean, good mythical afternoon, adventurers.
Good afternoon, innkeeper.
Does this afternoon seem mythical to you? It seems wet. Sorry about that. We didn't have much time to dry off before coming here. Four of us should be able to endure it. Just this once. Okay, if you want to leave now, buyer. We all made it back safe.
Okay, but please keep the blankets. I could make some soup.
Should be good for now. Thanks, buyer. Buy you had it, buyer.
The swamp. I want to talk to my friends.
I see.
Goodbye. Let the tree know if you need any more help. I will come.
Stay safe, buyer. It's been an hour already. You've been chewing on this ever since we escaped from the mountain. Just feel bad, alright? So, doesn't sound too good. Isn't that pretty obvious? Right. More importantly, if the others come back, you didn't keep. They haven't. It's a raiding game, Dan. Great. My favorite. Alright, Innkeep. This is where you come in with a drink. I'm going to explode if you keep pulling like this. We're not that rogue, fellow. And which of my drinks would be of aid? Not sure what could help soften the outcome of our quest, but maybe protection from disappointment. That might do. Certainly. Alright, fine. You're getting a weak drink. I hope your disappointment will just be a distant memory after this drink. Thanks, this takes the edge off. Didn't realize my shoulders were so tense this entire time. And offer you two a drink as well. I'm fine, for now. Count me in, Innkeeper. I don't really want to think about it. But perhaps understanding where we failed wouldn't be a bad idea. I'll see what I can do so smartness, right? Yep. A classic sparkling apple are coming right up. This might be just what you're looking for to understand the meaning of everything. Eh? 22! What? Weird. I don't know where that came from. Well, I know where it came from. It was pretty laid up and obvious, but alright. The answer to everything is 42. End of story. It's double. It's actually the double of my favorite number now that I think about it. Weird. Anyway. But this is good. My synapses are firing at the speed of light. Here's my conclusion. We might be really. Was it that bad? You don't even know the half of it. Wait, this can just be it, right? Grace and the others should have figured something else out by now. Probably only have some quests in store for us, for plans C, D, and X. I'm sorry, X. Archie and Millie couldn't find any new leads. And Grace and Scully are still at it, but from what I've heard, they haven't found much either. Oh. That's... Come on, innkeeper, stop joking around. I don't think that's very funny. Neither do I. Yeah. And what are we even doing here? What? If the innkeeper doesn't have any quest for us, I'm wasting time here. If you haven't noticed, the world might be ending soon. Well, to create a world-saving weapon. And now here to do what? Have a nice chat? Oi. You might close to overstepping there with that. Well, maybe someone needs to say it instead of just lazing around. X. Sit your ass down. Nah. This is no time to lose your cool. You're just here to chat. Information about the group that went to the Twilight Chest will reach this inn first. At this point, we need to know their fate. It would be foolish to go running around without a plan. So, are we cool? Nah. Nah, we're not. But also, I'm sorry, not exactly the losing side, is it? As long as you realize that yourself. While we wait for the others, I guess it's time for another story and keep. I'm looking forward to getting some kind of context. Right. After our chat the other day, Carl and I went to pick up hacks. Surprised to see Kyle isn't with you right now. He asked Baia to bring him to Marrow Castle on our way back. Seemed to need some alone time to say goodbye to Evelyn. And he worried he'll get lost on his way back? Kinda. But Hax threw him a pretty good map. Let's hope he doesn't forget how to read maps. Soon after, Kay and Baia picked us up. They just stepped out of a tree right next to us. Baia was pretty excited to take us to the Highlands. Apparently she's pen pals with the Yeti and she never got the opportunity to visit. And then, whoosh. Whoosh. Yeah. 1 minute we're surrounded by nice and lush woods, and then the next, vast mountains. Snow. A lot of snow. You guys suck at descriptions. Our journey to the Highlands was so fast, very noteworthy. It was impressive. I mean, sure, evocation is obviously the superior school of magic, but I suppose such a feat of conservation was pretty cool, even for nothing blew up. And then ye had to keep blabbing to Baia about it until we reached the village. Well, Grace would have killed me if I didn't ask for details. Well, the view was great. We were pretty disoriented. Even when we found the village they told us about, no one could point us towards the temple. Kaya looked like she was getting ready to throw people around if we continued saying they couldn't help us. It was clear that no one there knew anything. Even though we still had no idea where to go, we left the village. That's when Baia let out this gut-wrenching scream. It sounded kind of like this. Thanks. I really appreciate you replicating that scream. But Hey, you guys insisted I stay to tell the tale. She comes out of the bathrooms. Did someone die? Oh, hi Linny. Good to see you, Melly. No one died. Hex just got a little too excited. Whoopsies. I see. Well, make sure not to scream like that anymore. Or no one will know when you really need a detective on the scene. After all, you don't want to be the next boy who cried detective. I'll keep that in mind. I'll go back to the board then. Nah. So, Fire let out a scream. Which is either that she saw the Yeti, because she's a very heartful person. And I don't think there's anything that can scare her, and if there is something, I would be like, woo. So it has to be the Yeti, it has to be. We had no idea why she did, but before she could explain, we had some loud footsteps approaching. It was hard to see with the heavy snowfall, but a huge silhouette was making its way towards us. She almost tore it into it as soon as it was close. But before we knew it, Fire rushed forward. I was attacked by his pen pal. You actually met the abominable Yeti? Really nice fellow. I was pretty good with directions. They pointed us towards the temple. When they did, I noticed a well-crafted ring made of something like opal. Couldn't help but ask them about it. Turns out the guy from the temple. That really got the Yeti talking. We learned a bunch about the temple's jewelry making business, and about how anyone approaching the stronghold unannounced would be seen as an enemy. Which is a horrible way to run a business. The Yeti explained that only a select group of trusted people are allowed in the premises. They didn't want us to help us get info. Something about getting their jewelry buying rights revoked. Maybe. Kyle also annoyed them a little bit too much by asking for their names so many times. But at least we knew the way, and soon with that invisibility finally kicking in, we set it before us. Lo and behold, the Temple of Ur, where the flame of Leviathan is kept. Sounds blasphemous. The trek up there was brutal. It was so much walking, I thought my feet were going to fall off. It wasn't so bad, really. The winding path looked nice with all its sparkling snow. That's easy for you to say. Just wanted right over all the trouble. Yara turned patient, calculated the rebel away eventually, didn't he? Yes, we did get to the gate eventually. It was closed, of course, a gigantic red slab of stone in valid condition. There's one thing I know about this sort of thing, it's a gates like this one are super inconvenient. Good thing we didn't want to waltz in for the main gate anyway. No, the invisibility effect from the drinks still active, we set a check for another points of entry. There was so much rubber, figured there must be somewhere for us to slip through. Well, there wasn't. And I was always starting to feel this itch of the invisibility wearing off. We're running out of time. Nah. Come on. Tell the innkeeper what ye decide we should do next. He might have tried to scale the temple walls. Made it close to the top. But then, the stone started to crumble right under our hands. Next was the first to fall, but didn't take us long to follow. Well, it wasn't... Well, it's good to fall with a wizard that can cast a spell to slow descent rather than break our necks. And here, 4 other guys just wanted a big group hug. If you want more group hugs, maybe cast that spell earlier than 5 feet before hitting the ground. Oh sure, I'll try to practice spellcasting while falling a terminal velocity for the next time. Well, You did manage it before you turned into a big puddle of adventurous soup. Only we'd managed to land literally anywhere else. I didn't even know creatures that big lived out there.
Aye, me neither.
Right next to us, where we had thought was a snow-covered mountain, an eye as big as Care opened. It was the guardian of the temple. It slowly lifted its massive head. We realized the mountain path we had been walking on earlier was no path, but the body of the Guivre. Its snake body slowly unfurled from around the temple. While shaking the snow off itself, it rolled its pure white, iridescent scales. For a few moments, it just stared us down. Its gigantic opal embedded between its eyes shone with every color imaginable. But I wouldn't have given to work with an opal of such fine quality. It's good to hear you guys at a mythical moment there. But I, for one, was worried about the overgrown snake with wings. The Guivre unfurled its wings from where they had been tucked against its body and rose into the air. An attack position. It struck with such speed we only avoided it thanks to Care's quick reflexes when she pushed us in the snow. All I couldn't think about was that I didn't want to fight it. Not again. When it was getting back into position for another strike, it screamed our intentions out, and imagined the dragon's guardian would be indifferent to our objective. It didn't seem to care much about it, though. Oh, it didn't hear us. It didn't want to give up, but to communicate with it in any way they couldn't ignore. So, we choreographed an expressionist dance. No, not really. But that would have been a lot funnier. In any case. Instead of trying to find it, I told the others to get moving and get our message across. By writing it in large letters in the snow. Ever tried to stomp out ladders while a giant reptile is attacking the innkeeper? Heck of a core workout. Finger developed muscles where no muscles should ever develop. Watch out, he might become the first wizard to complete a push-up. And did it work? The push-up? No. Dividing in the snow thing. Wasn't sure at first. But when the attack stopped, I started looking intently in what we had written. Then, it launched itself in our direction again. Instead of trying to attack us, it dove into the snow. The ground beneath us started shaking until all of us were suddenly lifted on top of its head. I thought we were sailing towards Tavern for a second, not gonna lie. Instead we were just lifted higher and higher into the air, towards the temple. Soon we could see a tower emerging from the temple grounds. The guardian must have understood us after all, because it was taking us to the only place I could have imagined the flame to be. Soon we were close enough for us to jump down from the guardian. And then I saw the altar. Yeah. What did you see? Nothing. They saw nothing. No flame. That's the thing. We saw nothing. Nothing. No great flame of Leviathan. Just a devastated altar. And an empty basin where the flame should have rested. We were so foolish. The clues were already there when we were approaching the temple. All the rubble, poor state of the building. The flame was extinguished during the flood, long before we ever set foot in the highlands. We'd have known that the eternal flame was too good to be true. It's all such a waste of time. You can imagine our shock at what we saw, innkeeper. The realization slowly began to settle in. There would be no way of watching that weapon. Nothing to wield against the necromancer. Up there at the altar, everything was so quiet. The priest hadn't reached us yet. It was just the sound of the wind and the crushing disappointment we were all feeling. The Guardian didn't need to say a word. I understood it either way. Whatever emotions we were feeling couldn't compare to the grief in the Guardian's eyes. Eventually, we were joined by some of the priests who confirmed that we had already surmised. They lost their main object of worship on the day of the flood. Oh! So if the flood he got rid of the flame, it could be a danger for him. Smart guy, gotta give him that. At least our disappointment was somewhat softened by the warm meal the priests offered us. I think they felt bad for us. This community in shared grief. We were pretty interested in its sword affairs as well. Considering everything we've learned in the past few days, the minor divinity of it feels hardly noteworthy. Cherish it nonetheless. Maybe I was just glad that it reminded me of Mando of my grandma. It was stupid to think I could try to rival her feats. I didn't expect you to talk to this priest for so long. I've never seen you so forthcoming, Rhea. Ain't exactly every day you see that kind of smithing mastery on display. The jewelry this priest were decked out in was a wonder to behold. Straight weapon. No. Please don't. Hey, you don't complain when Iniko says it. That level of craftsmanship is to be expected of poorest people, I guess. They were really generous as well. Practically forced those opals on you. And that blueprint. I misunderstand that one, Kier. That was for Yi. It's a sword's blueprint that have been passed down since the conception of the temple. Form worthy of the dragon's might, as they put it. Then they wasted it. I know you want to hear it now, but if you ever feel different, in order to forge it for you. We eventually got ready to head back. I was worried about the lack of trees around us, but Baya seemed unbothered. We headed out to the courtyard. Slowly but surely, she grew a whole tree. Branches were stark, white, and covered in gleaming leaves. I asked her afterwards what kind of tree it was, but she just replied it was the dream of the soil. Don't know what that meant. The priest looked very touched by its appearance. We needed to be on our way, so into the tree we went. Stopped by buyers and I head over here. So that's that. Never had such a depressing walk back to the tavern. Quit your yapping. You were going on and about this all the way over here too. That's easy for you to say. After all, you've got those gems. Great for your stupid competition. Some of us were a bit put off by the quest failing. Why don't you just come out and say what your problem is? My problem is that you're acting like everything's fine. Eh? Did it stop? Seems like it. Everyone okay? More or less. Yeah? What about Melly and theirs? I need to. I'll go. Alright, thanks, Rhea. I'll take my leave. He told our story. There's no other reason for me to stick around. I know it's a hard time for all of us, but I need to check on Grace. Goodbye, Hex. It's getting late. There's always a room for you upstairs if you get tired, Lynn. It's fine, I'll keep you company. Things must be really dire if you're offering that. What do they say? Desperate times call for desperate measures. They don't look happy. And it looked like they're missing someone important. Welcome back.
Keep it.
Okay, where are the others? Oh, oops. Inya goes outside, trying to calm Roy down. We didn't want him to throw up in your tavern. He have a panic attack. I hope Tia isn't giving him too hard of a time about it. She's dead as fuck, by the way. Told you, you have no chance. All a joke against him. Literally a joke. Ooh. She isn't, right? No. Where is she then?
Gone. She's gone.
She left?
No. She's dead.
I'm joking about this is funny. It can't be that. You're right. She's ready to stubborn to die. She did. I'm sorry, that's awful. Yeah. You don't have to tell us that. Anyone else? No. We got away before anyone else went down. That's good. What about Favor? Did you see them there? In the chasm maybe? No. We didn't find them. Foe. What? I found a bunch of broken arrows not far from the portal. They were all engraved with pretty flowers. I think they were there. They just didn't come back. I hope they're okay.
Maybe with a drink, that would have been okay.
What do you mean? You didn't make him a drinking keep? We had a bit of a fight. So you willfully endangered them? I had hoped it would stop them from going. Nothing could ever stop Fable from helping people, you idiot! I realize it now. You should thank the drinks I care more about my friend's eardrums than I care about yelling at you. I already regret it well enough. Don't you worry. You better if anything happened to them. They end up like a leaf here. I know. Me too.
You shouldn't have left without her.
Her body wasn't exactly cooperative. Couldn't have taken it with us if we tried.
Don't call her that.
What?
And it.
Clay. He's right. Have some respect. I'm just saying.
Well, stop saying it.
Alright, if we come down, no need to spill more blood. Please, tell us what happened.
What does it matter? We abandoned her. That's what happened.
We didn't do that. We sure abandoned the world. Our angel would be disappointed in us. It's not like we had much of a choice.
You would say that, wouldn't you?
What's that supposed to mean?
You always run. Of course you won't choose anything else.
I ran because I have something to get back to, Clay.
so did she.
Okay, how about a drink for calming all his nerves?
No.
Time and place.
I'll take one. Need to tell you what happened. After all, even for it, I wouldn't. But everything to make that easier. I don't have a joke this time. I hope you'll forgive me. Don't worry, there's no need for training today. I don't have anything to wash away the regret. But maybe I can get you something to make the words flow easier. Well, you're not just only getting a spoken heart, you're getting a piece of myself. Here. Thanks for this little taste of normalcy. So I don't really know what to ask. Did you
Stop him? No.
Oh. He was faster than us somehow. Melly and Bayer drew us a map to the portal so we could get there quickly, but when we arrived, we found a note stapled to a tree. It read, "If you value your lives,
Go home.
he knew you were coming?" Apparently. Jade and Tia argued about what to do, but we didn't exactly have a lot of options. So we went after him, right into the Twilight Chasm. It was... Calling it the realm of nightmare seems like an understatement in retrospect. Wouldn't have made it without Roy. And Tia's light. We ran into the necromancer on his way back. Didn't even catch him before he got to Ur. He looked unharmed. It's ridiculous how easy it must have been for him. In his hands he held an axe shaped like a dragon's talon, pulsating with magical energy. It was smaller than I thought it would be. Magic weapons tend to be size adjustable. Oh, right. Maybe we would have stood a chance if we hadn't walked right into a cluster of nightmare creatures. But maybe it'd be a good distraction for him too, but... The necromancer called on them for aid in the chasm's tongue. Roy said he promised them freedom from an endless nightmare. And just like that, they sided with him and we were up against the necromancer, at God's axe, and the horde of monsters. We thought we were faster than even his new army. So we quickly cornered him and thought we would stand a fighting chance, but...
That magic cast some sort of slow spell on us. Not even one round in and we were reduced to our normal speed. At least we still had some defense. Tia was right. It helped protect us against a lot of blows we might not have survived otherwise. But we were still losing ground, not to mention the battle. He pushed us back towards the edge of the Twilight Chasm, the portal we had entered from. We almost got Roy at that point. Roy just played some sick solo drum until he jumped one of the monsters away from Clay when an axe landed in his shoulder. He was on the ground before any of us could get to him, and then the necromancer just stared down at him like he was looking at a ghost. Maybe Roy reminded him of something. Maybe his dad hard. Maybe. Gave Inigo enough time to pull Roy away and through the portal back to the moon pools. It's true, you know. You can see all of the 7 moons reflected in the clear waters at once. Would have looked beautiful. Wouldn't have been all the blood.
All the monsters swarming us left and right. We were trying to cut them down, but every time we killed one, we would just bring them back. Over and over and over again. And then Clay finally found an opening. He cut down 4 creatures at once and got through to the necromancer, who was preoccupied with resurrecting a fallen giant. Should have been an easy hit, but Clay got reckless. That's when I saw the necromancer smile, saw him notice Clay approaching. Tried to call out, but I wasn't fast enough. Just when Clay got within reach, the necromancer swung out with his axe, and it should have
Killed me. It should have killed me.
I'm glad it didn't.
No, don't be.
The axe hit Tia right in the chest as she shielded Clay with her body. She moved so fast. I think when she saw Clay in danger, finally managed to break out of the slow spell. I saw she wanted to protect him, so I pushed Clay out of the necromancer's way. And as Tia lay there, right in the pool of the astral moon's light, he brought the axe down again.
You shouldn't have pushed me.
She died to save you. I had to honor that.
I might have been able to save her from dying if you hadn't.
I wish that was true too.
You should have shielded her body so we could revive her.
I think that would be a little hard to do now. Why is that? When she fell, Necromancer brought her back, just raised her up like a puppet, like it was nothing.
She was looking right at me. She looked so sad, because I didn't save her. Why couldn't I save her?
I saw an undead Tia rise to her feet, a weapon shield leveled at us. I knew we had to run. I couldn't risk losing anyone else. Iniko picked up Roy as soon as I called for us to flee. Shay didn't want to leave until Roy started bleeding with her, while he was almost bleeding out. She helped me pull Clay away. I still think it was wrong.
It was.
It wasn't. Niels made the right choice. There would have been no point in losing you all too. Like I said, you are a joke. You are a literal joke. And now that he has the equipment, you're not even a joke. You're not even dust. You're nothing. You are air. Not even air. You're the lack of air. You're the lack of existence. You're soulless. You're not existent. You don't exist in his world anymore. You're nothing. Nothing. Just absolutely nothing. It's hilarious. I'm gonna so go for his side. There would have been no point in losing Yori too. Agreed. At least Jarl got to live.
Oh.
After that, we made our way back here. We didn't know where else to go. Glad you all made it back. I'm sorry you had to go through all that.
Why did we have to? Why didn't Cassiopeia save us? Save her?
Dragons are neutral.
The dragons are...
Sure. The real is the madman who killed her.
We have to go back.
I don't think that's a good idea, but...
We have to. We have to retrieve her body. He can't have her. Now he can use it to navigate that stupid portal. And she would hate that. She would hate being turned into another monster he can use. If we can get her back, at least have to bring her here to give her a proper burial.
We can't do that, Clay. We don't even know where they are right now.
If we had stayed, we might.
But we didn't.
Thanks to you. But it is what it is, right? We say we can get back, but we can't change anything. We screwed up. We played right into his hands. all this power and strength and magic, and we didn't change anything.
Hold on. I'm sure you did your best.
What's the point of doing that if it doesn't save anyone? I can't even feel anymore. The bracelet, it's just empty. It's just an absence where tears should be.
I feel like it just had something different.
I could have brought you a different potion and it would still probably not save you.
If I had been more stubborn.
I don't know if you could have changed anything.
Why do you sound so sure of that?
I think the necromancer, I think he heard everything. Or the plant, I mean. How could that even be possible? After you left, the jack down near my window, I think it was a spy, and it heard everything. What?
How does it even happen? How did you not notice that?
I don't know. Sorry. What I'm saying is, not your fault the plan failed. It outsmarted us. All of us.
So there's nothing we could have done? It can't be right.
What's the point of all this then? If he knows everything, then we might as well give up. He has us, X, is an army of nightmare creatures and more. And she's gone. The only person who'd know what to do is gone.
And we don't have a magic greatsword either.
You've gotta be kidding me. What?
Magic flame was pulled out by the flood.
So, we've lost? It's over?
Not yet. He hasn't won yet either. Even if it feels like he has. We're still here, so we can still fight. We can still stand in his way. Hope will only abandon us if we let it.
You're right.
Us giving up, that's not what you would have wanted.
What you would have wanted was to live, to get a chance to be more than some pointless martyr.
No, I'm pretty sure that was an end goal. This was literally her whole character. Was to be a professional wannabe hero that dies a martyr. That was literally her whole character, but alright.
I want her back.
Lay.
No, I don't want to hear anything else from you. You didn't even notice a spying bird in the tavern? Or maybe you did, who knows? You're dishonest with us all the time. Do you even really care about any of this?
Of course I care. Care more than you could ever imagine. I wish I could bring her back too, Clay.
Well, can you?
No.
What help are you then? Screw this. I'm done hearing excuses. And them done pretending we'll make it through this.
Clay, please stay.
Nope. Oh.
Can I have one of those drinks now?
Sure. Don't want to go after him?
If I was him, I'd kill all of us. So, no.
What kind of drink do you want?
I don't know. Something fast, maybe. Didn't help with the fight, but might help my stomach.
It's worth a shot, I guess. Alright, so some hot chocolate coming up. Fast and quick.
Just how I like it. What kind of drinks did she like?
Defense all the way.
Adds up.
Well, that is the perfect way to save, because the days just ended like this, with the door opening sound, which means there's two things happening. Either Babel is gonna walk through the door, or the Necromancer. And that's where we're gonna leave it off, with this cliffhanger. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you all in the next one, and until then, have a great one.